Hi guys, my name is Big Z65. This is my first video, so I'm a little bit nervous, so if I stumble on my words or I'm a little bit all over the place, please forgive me. A little bit about myself is I'm 17 years old. I'm going into my senior year of high school. I play football for my high school. I was born in Saudi Arabia. I lived there for 9 years. I moved here when I was 9. I've lived here for 8 years. My dad, I'm half Arab and half American. My mom's American and my dad is Arab. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is so to better help you guys get a feeling of why I am the way I am, and it'll help you guys later on explain, like, basically from a cultural standpoint, why I am the way I am. So anyway, the purpose of me making this video is to help people like myself, and what I mean by that is people that suffer from obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, and it's not just people that have OCD. It's people that have anxiety issues, people that have confidence issues like myself, people that have depression issues. These videos are to help inspire people to just, not give up on life, basically, because I'll tell you guys a little bit more about all the things that have happened to me in the past, and how I've overcome them in a little bit, and maybe in another video. Yeah, guys. And so today I'm going to be talking mainly about OCD. Now, what most people don't understand about OCD is when you actually have the disorder. Now, what it is, when you actually have the disorder, what's going on in your brain is you're not getting enough serotonin in your brain, and it's just a bunch of chemical reactions that aren't quite working well. Okay? So when you actually have the disorder, okay, it's not like what I mean by that is everybody has a little bit of OCD. You see what I'm saying? Everybody likes things a certain way, and especially coming from football, it can be taken as superstitions. Now, there's a lot of superstition in football. I will agree with you, and I am a little bit superstitious about game days, and so is every athlete. But there's a difference between OCD and superstition, and I'll tell you guys more about that in another video. Okay? So, guys, yeah, what was I saying? Sorry, guys. Yeah, about OCD. When you actually have the disorder, it's not just being a little bit too clean. It's not just being a little bit too picky. It's actually, when you have the disorder, it affects your everyday life. And what I mean by that, I'm giving you guys an example of extreme germaphobes. And what I mean by that, and when I say that, I mean extreme germaphobes. Like, there are people that have OCD that is a fear of germs. And, they just can't get dirty, or they can't have things dirty around them. And an example of that is I watched a documentary on this guy. It's a documentary, for those of you that have OCD, I'd recommend you go watch it. It's an extreme camp for OCD to help people overcome their OCD. And, I mean, you see, I think there's like maybe 8 people that go from England to come to the United States, and they go on this nature hike, and they go through all these different exposures with these different counselors and psychiatrists, and actually it was a really, really cool and informing documentary. So if you guys look that up, it's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, in the documentary, there's this guy. He's an extreme germaphobe. I mean, he can't, even glasses in his own house, sorry, that he can't eat out of. He can't drink out of glasses in public places like restaurants. He drinks from water bottles all the time. He can't use public utensils. He has to bring his own plastic utensils. He buys them and brings them to wherever he goes to eat. And he wears gloves everywhere he goes. And there are other people with the OCD with the fear of germs, he's just very clean, Which, and me, a little bit about my OCD and the OCD that I have. I'm not a germaphobe. I'm the exact opposite. So, yeah, some of my OCDs, I have symmetry OCD, which is the OCD to touch things, like to balance things. Like, say if I touch something like at the gym, like a machine that I don't use or I've never touched before, if I touch it by accident, I gotta touch it again to balance it out. Or say like if I'm in public, or if I'm in excuse me guys, sorry, say if I'm in public and I touch somebody's elbow, like I gotta touch him again, you know, just to balance it out. It's hard to explain, but I'll explain why the OCD people feel the need to ritualize, okay? But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, some of my OCDs, like in my room, everything has a certain place. There's some things there that I haven't thrown away in 2 years, okay? And just, and like I can't go to eat in certain restaurants because I feel like something bad is going to happen, because like maybe like a year ago I went to that restaurant and something bad happened that day to me or some of my family, okay? So I can't go to that restaurant again, okay? And a little bit of the things, and guys, I'm not just making these videos to show you that, because I'm not completely over OCD. I'm still battling through it, but I'm in a much better place than I was before, and I've come a long way. And I'm just, you know, I'll tell you guys more about where I've come from a little bit later. But anyway, yeah, my OCD, there's restaurants, oh yeah, there's certain shirts that I can't wear, like my closet in my room. I can't touch anything in that closet because I feel like something bad is going to happen. My bathroom, there are some empty soap bottles that I can't throw away, or else I feel like something, and the reason I can't throw them away is because if something good happened, like say I got a new bottle of shampoo and something good happened, okay, then I can never throw it away, or else that good stuff that's happening, it'll go away, you know. Now, I know for those of you that don't have OCD, that's kind of hard to understand, but I'm about to give you my example of what OCD is. Now, for those of you that have OCD, feel free to use this to explain to other people like what it is like to have OCD, the actual disorder, okay? So here it goes, guys. So picture yourself, you're in a cage, okay? You were born there, you've lived there your whole life, alright? Now say, like most OCD people are, you're the most gullible person in the world, or you have no confidence in yourself, okay? And you just have no confidence in yourself. Okay, so say for all the years that you've been living in this cage, just bad stuff has happened to you, okay? But someone told you that, but like, if you, like say if you touch something in the cage, like a certain thing in the cage, and something bad happened to you, you'd be scared to touch it again because you don't want something bad to happen to you again. Sorry guys. Okay, now say someone, okay, so there's that, but say someone told you that every time you try to, now OCD is the cage, okay, OCD is the cage. Now say that someone told you every time you go to touch, like say the bars, or try to get out of the cage, something bad was going to happen to you or your family. Or if you touch something that's in the cage, alright, or say that you did touch something in the cage, or you tried to get out but something did happen. Just your mind automatically associates that the thing that you touched, the thing that you saw, the thing that you thought about with, that's the reason that something bad happened. Now the reason that people with OCD hold on to it is because they obsess about it. Because when bad things happen to people with OCD, they don't let it go. Like me, I can tell you the exact shirt that I wore on a day that something bad happened to me. I could tell you the exact thing that I ate for breakfast. That's just how your mind works. Your mind just focuses on all the bad things that have happened, you know? And I'll talk later on about that. Because guys, the more you focus on the bad things, one thing I've learned from counseling, and yes, I go to counseling for this, is that the more you focus on the negative, like most OCD people do, And the more you worry about bad things happening, you forget about all the good things. All the good things start to seem small, and all the bad things start to seem really big. So anyway, back to the example, okay? So yeah, you're in the cage, you've lived there your whole life. That's what it feels like, guys. It's a blanket of fear, okay? And it runs your everyday life. And what I mean by that is there are people, I've watched a documentary on people that, like me, I can't go down a certain hallway at school. I can't go down a certain road when I'm driving, you know, or else I feel like something bad is going to happen, and that affects me. Like that's a waste of gas that I have to go an extra way just to get somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Or, you know, and I know for those of you that don't have OCD, it's very hard to understand, you know. But I'm doing the best I can, and I hope that this is giving you guys an image of it. Now, another example of how OCD people, how their brains work is, okay, say if you don't have OCD, you're walking in the neighborhood one day, and you look at a house and you see a door, and it's painted a really weird color. You're like, oh, that's a really weird color to have a door painted. Alright, so next thing you know, I mean, that thought just goes in one ear and out the other, okay? But a person with OCD they will obsess about that. They will think, well, why is that a different color? I mean, why couldn't that be this color? Why couldn't that be? That's just how your mind works, okay? And so then, say you thought you saw the color, you've been thinking about it all day, and then say something bad happened to you. Say you got in a wreck, which hopefully it wasn't bad. But say you got in a wreck, say something, one of your family members are sick, you will automatically associate, like this is what I would think if I was in that situation. Because I have OCD, I would think, okay, I can't walk down this road, this path that I took today, because something bad is going to happen again, or something worse might happen. And guys, one thing that'll help you guys with OCD, for those of you that have OCD that I've learned, is instead of saying something will happen, because it's not a fact, guys. OCD is not fact, okay? OCD is nothing but fear. And what I mean by fear, this is what I've learned what fear is. Fear is false evidence appearing real, okay? What that means is, like, say you're a person with, you're scared of heights, okay? Say you go on a roller coaster ride, and you're most likely thinking, oh my God, I might die. Okay? Oh my God, what if the ride breaks? Oh my God, what if we get stuck? You're thinking about all these different situations that might happen. Okay? But there's no hard evidence to prove that that might happen. That's fear. That's false evidence appearing real. Okay? And then next thing you know, you get on the ride, you're scared, of course, but next thing you know, you're okay. You know, you've overcome your fear. Now, there's a difference between false evidence appearing real and danger, where it's actually dangerous. What I mean by that is you got to be careful, because say you're about to jump off a roof, off a building. Now that's dangerous. You know what's going to happen. That's actual fear. That's not fake. That you could actually die. Okay? Now you gotta know the difference between that. Okay? Now what I mean by fear is overcoming like a fear of heights, or your fear in OCD. Okay? And what I was going to say, guys, for those of you, to help you with OCD, don't say something will happen, because you don't know for a fact. Say something maybe. Say maybe it might happen, maybe it won't. That's what I've started to do, guys. That's what's helped me start to overcome my OCD. Every day I try to do something different. I try to overcome my little OCDs. I have little OCDs that I can get through like that. And then I have big ones that I still haven't done, like my room, getting rid of the stuff in my room, or going down certain roads, or even just talking to old people that I haven't seen in years. That I feel like if I talk to them, or if I think about them, it's going to make something bad happen, or it's going to make me the way I was, okay? And that goes back to having no confidence. And I'll get to, like I said, guys, these videos are not just going to be about OCD. It's going to be about teens that have confidence issues, that have struggles in their life, that have trouble fitting in with society, fitting in with friends, fitting in with just people. Okay, because I'll tell you guys more about some of the stuff that's happened to me, that I was isolated from society. I had no friends. I came from a place where I had nothing. Yeah, I had my family, but I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that in my other videos. So more about OCD, guys. what I was saying is that once you, sorry guys, going back to the cage real quick to help you guys better understand. Think about it like this, okay? When say I asked you, like a normal person that doesn't have OCD, say I asked you what your biggest fear was. Alright, say you're afraid of bears, okay? So now think about this. Say I would take a germaphobe, alright? Like the guy that I gave you the example of him not being able to drink out of the glass, okay? Which this actually happened in the documentary. He tried to drink out of the glass, and I'm actually telling you guys this from what the counselor told one of the chefs in the kitchen, okay? He said, alright, say you're afraid of bears, okay? Now think about this. Say someone locked you in a cage with a bear. How scared you would be. That's the amount of fear that comes in with facing your OCD. Alright guys, that's the amount of fear I get when I go to touch something, or when I go to put on a new shirt. That's the amount of fear that I get when I go down a road I can't go, when I go to a new restaurant. That's the amount of fear that it's hard to understand, but for those of you that have OCD, I hope this is like touching you, and just, you know, you guys can connect with me on this, because I know how you feel, you know? Like once you go through an exposure and you're faced with one of your OCDs, and you can't ritualize, you get this feeling like you're about to die. You feel like you're about to have a panic attack, which most OCD people like myself have had. Now, what I do, guys, is I'm trying. My OCD used to be very severe, where I'd have to ritualize, and what I mean by ritualize is what I'd have to balance it back out so that I could get my anxiety back down. That's all ritualizing is, guys. Is being able to get your anxiety back down and being able to be calm and relaxed. And if you don't have OCD and you have anxiety problems, you're always worrying about something. Like me, I'm always worrying about stupid things that I shouldn't be worrying about. Okay? So guys, I'll give you guys some more examples later on in another video, and yeah guys, but my next video will probably be talking a little bit more about OCD, and start to tell you guys a little bit more about some of the bad stuff that has happened to me, and like I said guys, I'm making these videos for a source of inspiration to help people like me, mainly teens, and because guys, I mean, we've all had bad stuff happen in our lives, and you know, I really, and I'm planning on being a psychologist, so I'm doing this to kind of get some experience with helping people, guys. So if you guys would like to leave a comment, you know, asking me a question or something, you know, I'd be happy to give you guys my email, and I'd love to. I'm not a big social media guy, so I don't have an Instagram. I used to have a Facebook, but forgot my password, so I don't get on it anymore. But if you guys would like me to, I could start an Instagram, and so I can communicate with you guys better. So guys, I'm gonna cut it right now, and I'll probably make the next video, like I said, talking about confidence and a little bit about what's happened to me. And guys, these videos, I'm probably gonna make these videos for the course of about a year, maybe 2 years of my life, and just maybe not every day, but probably maybe like 3 times a week, just trying to tell you guys what's going on in my life, and you know, just helping you guys. So I look forward to help some of you guys, and that's it for today. So thank you.